So as we discussed earlier also, it was that in here we have to look for selling opportunities once it gets a retracement or a rejection from here, and then we have to see for downside momentum. And above this level we have to look for buying opportunities, and at this level we have to see that whether it is giving a breakout or a breakdown. But today it opened gap down, and it respected our support and resistances and went in our direction, and it has given 850 pips. If total it gave 85 pips, 38 first and another 38 again. So now I'll modify new support and resistances, and on a weekly basis you can see that it has given now this breakdown which we had talked earlier about, that there are very high chances that we can see 153 levels in the next week. Modify new support and resistances have been modified. So now at this level you can see below this level and at this level you can look for selling opportunities, and above this level you can look for buying opportunities only when if it gives breakout. Until and unless it gives breakout, it's better to wait, and there are very high chances that it may give further down move only. Okay. So same in Euro USD also, a good gap up, and then it has worked according to our support and resistances. But the only thing is, at this level we had decided about buying opportunities, and above this level it came, it opened gap up and gave a sudden down move, and after that it continued the downside momentum. So now I'll modify new support and resistances modified. So it's better that you take once it gets above this level, because chances are it is going to make an inverted head and shoulders. You see this type, of pattern. It is going to make inverted head and shoulders type of pattern, and in this area you can see a sideways move like this, and then chances are it is going to give breakout, and below this level we have to look for shorting opportunities. So in this whole zone it's better not to trade. Okay. And on weekly basis we had decided that it has now given a breakout, and there are chances that we are going to see this level also. And now this is a pause candle, so this in this week we can see that market remains in this level only, and if not we'll be taking bullish trades, not bearish. Same happened in GBPUSD also, a good gap up, and after that at this resistance level it took resistance and came down. So there are now I'll modify new support and resistances. New support and resistances have been modified. Again, same like Euro USD, it is very high chance that market is going to make an inverted head and shoulders and then give a breakout. So it's better you take in here and avoid this whole zone. This will be a no trade zone, and below this level you can look for shorting opportunities. Okay. After it crosses this level, then you can look for shorting opportunities, and that too in half quantity because trend is on the upside. So in Bitcoin, I'll remove my trades. So in Bitcoin, this was a no trade zone, and below this level, we have to look for shorting opportunities. And to be precise, below this level means that we'll be looking for breakdown of this level whole, and then we have to look for shorting opportunities. In here, we got 1000 points, but in here, RSL got it. So now I'll modify new support and resistances. Bitcoin, what one thing which is major is that this level is holding, that Bitcoin is holding this level, and somehow the buying comes, a good buying comes in here. So on weekly basis, I'll tell you one thing. You can see that we had decided that below this level if market comes, there are very high chances we can see these levels also, first this level and these levels too. So it is looking that it might give a downside move, but we have to wait until and unless it crosses this level again, and once it crosses then we can take in full quantity. Currently it has given only 10 currently it has given 10 to 20% a retracement of this candle. So there are very high chances until and unless it goes above 91 we are still bearish, and slightly bearish, not completely bearish. But if it closes or it gives close below this level, then there are very high chances that we can see this level also, 75,000. So let's wait, and once it comes down then only we'll be trading. So we have decided our levels that 86,800. Below this level there are very high chances that we can see another down move. On weekly basis we have decided that we'll be trading once it gives a close below this level, we'll be fully bearish. It's better to avoid trading in this zone. Okay. Why I'm saying that we have to avoid this zone? Because trend is bearish and this price action doesn't support the bullishness. Until and unless it goes above this level, then only we can be slightly bearish, and after it crosses this level then we can be fully bearish, not to trade in this whole zone. And but once it comes below this level then we can be fully bearish, and this whole zone is a dicey zone, so it's better not to trade in here. It is giving very sideways type of move, so it's better to avoid it. Holy brother, see, from 2 to 3 weeks I'm saying that there are very high chances that gold is going to come down, but it is not going, but it is giving moves completely opposite of my analysis. So what I want to say is that we have to still wait. It is so on a weekly basis it is again a straight line move, but there are high chances that those who have taken trade in here or taken an investment in here, they will book profits, and there are high chances that we will see a downside move. Our retracement is pending, so what I'm saying is we will not be trading. It doesn't mean that we'll not trade on the upside. We'll be bearish only when market says, gold says that I'm going to be bearish. So when we'll be bearish, so the area at which we will become a bearish is below this level, but in half quantity, and completely bearish below this level. Okay. Chances are that you can see a downside move from here and the move continues. And above this level, if you see a sudden v-shape downward retracement, wait for it to come above this level, and then then you can take a trade from here till here. Any upside move from here, it is still a bullish type of move. And in here, if it crosses below this level, wait or take in half quantity for shorting side. And if you see a bullish pattern, then you have to take a buying opportunity